Why don't farmers get a standing ovation every morning? Maybe just a fist bump for every meal. From the everyday PB&J to high-end gourmet. Or a thank you note next time biofuel powers the truck that completes a delivery. Because without farmers' get up early, stay up late, work till the job is done attitude, moments like these would only live in our imagination. National Ag Day is the light that shines on these unseen heroes. For more than 50 years, we're the leading voice in the chorus of praises, thanking them for feeding, fueling, and clothing the nation and beyond. We salute their tenacity, their determination to go all in, no matter the cost, their courage to play chicken with wind, rain, and drought, and their foresight to seasons ahead and decades beyond. Here's to the fence mending, livestock feeding, crop tending stewards of our environment's future. Thank you.
For 50 years, Americans have come together to recognize and thank the men and women who provide the food and fiber that sustain us all. Welcome to Ag Day 2024, American Agriculture, Growing a Climate for Tomorrow. Please welcome our 2024 National Ag Day Chair, Jenny Batting with John Deere.
Hello, I'm Jenny Batting, and I'm the National Ag Day Chair for the Agriculture Council of America. We're happy that you're joining us. Today is a day that we honor and celebrate agriculture and the people behind it, the farmers, ranchers, and producers. This year's theme for Ag Day is Growing a Climate for Tomorrow. As we look at the changing world, our farmers, ranchers, and producers are facing many challenges: increase in world population, having to do more with less, weather variability, and labor shortages, to name a few. The industry is coming together and collaborating to help grow and sustain agriculture into the future, helping to grow a climate for tomorrow. Throughout the program, you'll hear from commodity groups and what they're doing to grow a climate for tomorrow. You'll hear from students advocating on behalf of agriculture through our Student Influencer Program and Ag Day grassroots efforts. You'll see the winning Ag Day video essays and hear from the National Outstanding Young Farmer Award winner. Thank you for joining us for National Ag Day as we recognize and celebrate all that agriculture has to bring to our lives.
I'm Mike Pearson. American agriculture is the heart of our country and the fabric and fuel of a prosperous nation and a better world. American Ag, produced by American farmers, are growing a climate for tomorrow. Join the Agriculture Council of America in celebrating National Ag Day on March 19, 2024. Find out more at agday.org. Thanks to American Ag, growing a climate for tomorrow.
Agriculture is growing a climate for tomorrow. We recently reached out to some of the commodity groups to find out how their industries are focused on growing a climate for tomorrow. Let's listen first to Colin Woodall, CEO of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association.
On behalf of the cattle producer members of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, we would like to wish a happy National Ag Day to everybody out there and to recognize this year's theme of growing a climate for tomorrow. When it comes to sustainability, nobody does it better than America's cattle producers. When you look at what we can do today with improvements in genetics, nutrition, and production practices, we can produce 17% of the world's beef with only 6% of the world's cattle numbers. It's a pretty impressive statistic. Even more impressive is the fact that since the 1960s, we have increased the production of beef by 60%, while at the same time decreasing our emissions by 40%. But the name of the game for us is continual improvement. It's not enough for work that we've already done. It's about the work that is yet to come. And that is where the celebration of National Ag Day and the innovation in agriculture and the technology of agriculture is so important to us as an association and as an industry. And it's also why we focus on the 3 pillars of sustainability: social sustainability, environmental sustainability, and economic sustainability. Because we know we need to make sure we protect the land, but we also need to take care of our workforce and our families on the farm, and more importantly, make sure that they can remain profitable. Because the only way that we can stay on farms and ranches is to make sure that producers have that opportunity to make a little money. And we also know that if producers are healthy, the local communities will be healthy. So sustainability also has to include the overall vibrant rural communities that are so important to all of us in American agriculture. So as you celebrate National Ag Day and you're thinking about what you're going to have for dinner tonight, have a great hamburger or a juicy steak, and know that in doing so, you are supporting some of the best stewards in protecting our air, our water, our soil, our rangeland, and more importantly, the overall welfare of our cattle. Happy National Ag Day.
The United Soybean Board's Spotlight on Sustainability video series features their Director of Sustainable Supply, Jack Cornell, who talks with farmers and ag experts on the role farmers play in taking care of the land and the unique impact their work has on local communities. There are a lot of boots on the ground this National Ag Day. Soy Checkoff is proud of U.S. farmers, ranchers, and everyone from farm to fork who's growing a safe, reliable, and sustainable food source and supporting our climate for tomorrow.
Can you guys talk about kind of, when you guys think about changing a practice, all right, on your farm to be more sustainable for the next generation, what are the risks that you take when you make a change to a practice?
Start small. If you're doing cover crops, every year is a little bit different. So it takes a couple of years, to get through a couple different trials to see what happens. So yeah, there's just a lot of experimentation that goes into it, and it takes a whole nother management level than what people are used to.
Right. Well, when I started cover crops, I used CSP, the government program, because I knew I wanted to do it. I didn't do it on my flat ground. It's my hilly, highly erodible land. And I said, I have to give it 5 years or I'm not going to manage it correctly. I know how I manage it. So I knew I had to give it time, and I think it's really helped keep those my yields up during the drought and things like that. Can I prove that? No. But you do have to give it time. But I get asked all the time about either the cover crops or the no-till, things like that. So, farmers watch what other farmers are doing and if it's successful.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. You have eyes on you all the time.
Yeah.
I think the biggest takeaway from it is, and like you said, start small. But what we have to realize, there's no silver bullet here. What works in Iowa might not work in New Jersey. Northern climates, Dakotas, this isn't going to work up there. The growing season's too short. It's a learning process. Take your time, give it 5 years, start going through the process. But yeah, it does work. And I think there's a lot more room for improvement in it and getting more people on board with it.
Yeah, I agree with Pat. I mean, it's not for everybody. It has been successful for us in Virginia. Again, we're in the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and we have to be proactive with our farming practices. And we started when there were no incentives. We just saw a need for it. We saw the benefits of it. So it has been a win-win for us, to have, the sustainability practices that we're using. And it's actually, when we talk about bottom line, it has been probably more profitable because we have gotten rid of some of the applications we've had to go across the fields. We've gotten rid of some of the equipment we've had. We've actually been able to, get bigger sometimes with less equipment, just because we don't have to go out and till and spray more often. So it has been a win for us, but I understand it's not for everybody.
Well, and it doesn't have to be. That's what I
Right.
like is, like you said, it's not the silver bullet, and
No,
I say that.
yeah.
But there's so many other practices that do just as much as cover crops. Edge of field practices along streams, I
Buffer
use
strip.
those. Yeah, buffer
Yeah,
strips,
yeah.
filter
Waterways,
strips,
yeah.
waterways. We just have so many things we can go to. You know, we're just not good about talking about all of them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, our practices, we try to keep our fields alive year round.
Year-round.
We want them to be, in our cover. We want to be a green crop. We want it to be green, alive, and producing year round, 365 days a year. We want that
We don't do
soil
that
to
in
be
the tundra.
working. Yeah, we want the soil to be working.
So do you guys think that there's enough resources available to farmers within kind of that risk mitigation that you guys take to, you take on all of these type of new changes and around different practices? Is there enough resources for farmers to kind of undertake these things?
Profitable years, yeah, and not when it's not profitable, it's more of a pinch then. So it always comes down to making that cost per acre.
Some of the government programs, our state has a program, but using those incentive payments to get started in a new practice. I think that's what really helps, the incentives. And then, you can add on a carbon credit or a program, like Farmers for Soil Health to really get you there, because it's not ever going to pay for itself money-wise. Well, and we didn't have a lot of those resources available. They just, people hadn't been using cover crops.
That's right.
Well, and a lot of those resources, when they do come out, they can give you kind of the ballpark or the textbook, kind of answers.
But as far as the resources, getting it out there and technical advisory, coming in to talk to a farmer and saying, hey, maybe this would fit you better than what you're looking at. I don't know if that's 100% there yet.
Yeah, that's a great perspective.
I think the resources are there. I'm thinking resources is in education. Like I said, monetary value right now to help change their mind to do a new practice. I think it's there, but sometimes I think it is hidden and it's hard for them to find that education. Do you reach out to your universities? Do you reach out to your local community extension? And then if it's not there, can they lead you somewhere else? So I think sometimes it is kind of hidden. And I know like Farmers for Soil Health is a great website, and y'all are trying to get the word out that way. But just because I'm on USB, I know about it. But if I wasn't on USB, would I know about that website?
And still having boots on the ground, you just can't replace that a lot of times. Is having that person come out.
Ag Day is made possible through the generosity of our sponsors. These industry leaders are dedicated to sharing all the way ag makes our way of life possible. Thank you.
Today and every day, we honor the people who drive agriculture forward, our farmers, ranchers, and the individuals and teams who provide the products, services, and expertise that help farms and ranches thrive. At CHS, our purpose is creating connections to empower agriculture. It's an exciting time at CHS and for agriculture as we have a unique opportunity to forge partnerships, work globally, and focus on environmental and economic viability to help ensure a sustainable food supply chain well into the future. At CHS, we are exploring the opportunities that support the cultivation and marketing of climate-smart, low-carbon, and regeneratively grown commodities. As a global company, we are uniquely able to help strengthen communities here and around the world. We are doing so through a sustainability approach that is rooted in people, community, economic viability, and environmental success to help agriculture continue to lead the way and feed the world. Thank you for joining all of us at CHS to celebrate National Ag Day and the people who dedicate their lives to this vital industry.
Inspiring young people to carry the torch forward is at the heart of National Agriculture Day. New last year, the Ag Day Influencer Program gathered students to gain experience in communication and community building by providing tools and resources to promote Ag Day in their communities and on their campuses. These tools help to spread the positive message about agriculture. In addition to the Influencer Program, a select group of students are attending Ag Day events in Washington, D.C.
Historically, college students representing AFA, 4-H, FFA, and Manners meet in Washington, D.C. to celebrate Ag Day at the Hill. Last year, National Ag Day expanded its approach to meet students in their communities to continue their advocacy journey. The Ag Day Influencer Program enables college students to expand the celebration and share the positive message of National Ag Day across the country.
Sharing the story of American agriculture is the focus of the Influencer Program, and students have access to a complete toolbox with tips and ideas. Most importantly, participants learn how to advocate for agriculture in any setting. Resources have been developed that prepare students to advocate via social media or even plan an event on their campus or in their communities. And this program is available to anyone who wants to help share the message of National Ag Day.
Connecting with elected officials is still an important part of the program. The Ag Day student program includes directions for students to connect and schedule meetings in person or virtually with their elected officials. The 2024 program also includes a Washington, D.C. component. Student representatives from AFA, FFA, 4-H, and Manners will attend events at 4-H, USDA, NCBA, and Capitol Hill. These students are prepared to discuss a variety of topics in agriculture and network with industry influencers.
All students involved in the National Ag Day program would like to thank all sponsors for making this year's event possible. Without these sponsorships, we would not be able to promote our industry and bring Ag Day to the public. Additionally, we'd like to thank the Ag Day Board of Directors. Without their direction and leadership, we would not be able to have these unique learning opportunities. We look forward to advocating today and every day.
One of the most important components of National Ag Day involves the grassroots activities in communities across America. No group is better at mobilizing grassroots activities than the American Farm Bureau Federation. They play a key role in bringing Ag Day to life.
If you're not a farmer and we start talking about dirt, that may sound a little strange to you. But the dirt on our farms is life-giving material, and it takes very careful care for it to keep it productive. And that's what our farmers do each and every year. Well, sustainability is everything to a farmer because we want our farms to live on for other generations. We try our best not to plow and turn the land over. Of course, sometimes it's a necessity. Over the last 5 years, our farmers have increased their conservation practices across the country to the tune of 34 million acres they've increased that. And so they're working really hard to make sure they protect the soil and water that has been entrusted to them during their lifetime. Sustainability is a buzzword today. But truth be known, farmers and ranchers have been working on sustainability from the beginning. People in America would be unbelievably surprised if they knew that farmers and ranchers were blazing a trail when it comes to renewable energies. 130,000 farms now employ renewable energy projects. That has to do with windmills, it has to do with solar panels and methane digesters, all the things that are good for our environment. We are making investments in our land and our farms at the same time that we're keeping everybody's pantry full of food. Our farmers and ranchers across this country not only provide food and fiber for our people of our country and the rest of the world, they also lead the way in conservation practices. We not only conserve our soils and water, we also provide unbelievable habitat for wildlife around our farms and ranches. When we talk about the job that our farmers do in conservation practices and what they do for the wildlife, they have voluntarily committed 140 million acres across America to just do that. And if you think about how big that is, it's kind of hard to get your mind around, but if you put California and New York State together, that's the equivalent of what our farmers have voluntarily dedicated to conserving and providing wildlife habitat. It's important to us to keep that up, to make sure that we can pass our farms on to the next generation in better shape than we found it.
I'm proud to serve farmers because everything they do matters.
If I could choose one word to describe a farmer, I would say essential.
Dedicated.
Enterprising.
The most creative people. They're providing food for the rest of the world.
Some of the qualities I look for when hiring is personality, perseverance, someone that's determined. We want to be able to hire someone that understands what we're supporting, and ultimately that's the grower.
The annual Ag Day Essay Contest encouraged students in 9th through 12th grades to submit a video essay based on this year's contest theme, Agriculture in the Future, If I Had 2 Minutes to Talk to a Farmer. Over 100 videos were entered and 3 winners were selected thanks to CHS and the other companies supporting this contest. CHS has been a sponsor of National Ag Day for over 30 years. Our first place winner is Sophia Kawamura, a senior from Bothell, Washington. Let's take a look.
According to the EPA, agriculture contributed to more than $1.1 trillion to the U.S. domestic product in 2019. The U.S. is a top exporter of soybeans, tree nuts, and beef. However, as the climate changes, shifts in temperature, precipitation, and water availability could make current agricultural practices more difficult, affecting those in the agricultural sector and the U.S. economy as a whole. If I had 2 minutes with a farmer, I'd ask about how global warming has affected their practices and what strategies they've used to work around challenges through methods like shifting planting dates or using more flood or heat-tolerant crops. I'd also like to hear about their perspective on new smart farming technologies like farm management software platforms, moisture sensors, and precision irrigation and fertilization systems. On that same note of global warming, since livestock waste is a contributor to greenhouse gas emission, I would ask a farmer about their perspective on sustainability. How have they been impacted by programs like AgStar, which use biogas recovery systems to reduce methane emissions from livestock waste? How does sustainability affect their practice? Additionally, the World Health Organization has named antimicrobial resistance as one of the greatest threats to public health. Since frequent use of antibiotics in agriculture can lead to the proliferation and spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria through sources like meat and waste, I would ask a farmer how they have balanced reducing use of antibiotics with livestock health. Some methods, like breeding genetically disease-resistant livestock and using certain diets that boost immunity, can reduce the amount of antibiotics used. Most importantly, if I had 2 minutes with a farmer, I would want to thank them for all that they do in our changing world, from caring to the land to producing the food on our tables.
Our second place winner is Amani Laird, a senior from Newton, Massachusetts. Let's watch.
Breaking news.
The emergence of technologies like ChatGPT is heralding an artificial intelligence revolution, and agriculture is no exception. As of 2021, 87% of U.S. agriculture business executives say they've adopted AI in some capacity on their farms. This is driven by the need for efficiency that AI provides. Today, I'll interview a farmer integrating artificial intelligence and technology into agriculture for the future. You're definitely right. Technology is reshaping agriculture, but it isn't perfect. That's where AI comes in. Most commercial farmers, including myself, practice precision farming. We leverage extensive data from GPS, sensors, and drones to inform our decisions. However, the sheer volume of data can be overwhelming. AI offers a solution by analyzing this data to provide predictive insights on aspects ranging from crop yields to disease detection to optimal harvesting times. Can AI help sustainability-wise? It definitely can. For example, rather than watering an entire farm, AI-enabled systems can target only the areas that need watering. Doing things like this reduces unnecessary applicants like water and pesticides. With human supervision, AI helps us feed a growing population sustainably. My grandfather had a small farm in rural South Carolina. If I told him AI was the future, he'd look at me like I was crazy. How are AI innovations relevant to farms like his? While I speak from a commercial farming standpoint, AI's benefits are relevant for all and not limited to large-scale operations. In India, they established a program with smallholder farmers to buy compact sensors that transmit AI-powered advice straight to their phones. In just 3 crop cycles, these farmers have doubled their incomes, gotten a 21% increase in crop yield, reduced pesticide and fertilizer usage, and had higher product unit prices due to quality enhancements. Future programs with AI tech like this can help farmers like your grandfather. You heard it right here, folks. The future of agriculture may be AI. Hope you learned something and happy Ag Day.
And our third place winner is Helen Henry, a senior from Corvallis, Oregon. Let's watch.
I'm currently living in Thailand for a year of study abroad. And since I've been here, I've been fascinated with the culture and practices around agriculture, utilizing both traditional methods of farming and new and innovative tech. I had the privilege of interviewing my host mother recently. This is Menu, and these are some of her many products sold in Thailand. She has won multiple awards for her business entrepreneurship and successful agribusiness. She grows mangosteen, durian, and mapita oranges, all important staples in Thailand. I asked Menu what challenges she faces as a fruit farmer and what she does to overcome these hurdles. Her response? Unpredictable weather. Heavy rains and sudden cold spells disrupt harvest and impact yields significantly. To adapt, farmers like herself employ strategic solutions such as dividing plantations, using off-season fruiting plants, and incorporating hybrid varieties that are more resistant to diverse weather conditions. Water management emerged as a focal point in our conversation. Cultivating mangosteen, durian, and mapede utilizes 3 main water sources: deep wells, rainwater, and mountain water. The implementation of a sophisticated sprinkler system along with canals and waterways showcases a commitment to efficient water use. She also uses biofermentation practices to enhance plant health, and regular water testing ensures safety for farming. I was curious to know more about the technical innovations that she uses or how or if farmers and tech will grow together. She explained that in her orchard, tech systems play a key role, allowing remote monitoring of crop fields and using sensors and automated irrigation controlled via smartphone. Soil moisture meters provide precise watering and respond seamlessly to changing conditions. It's a look into the future, she said, where people, farming, and technology collaborate. I asked Menu if she had any advice for future farmers. She credited knowledge as being the backbone to successful farming. Understanding your crops, adhering to growing standards, and investing time in research are essential. Agriculture fuels the world, she said, and by producing quality products, farmers contribute to not only their communities, but to the global well-being.
I'm a 5th-generation farmer. Raise corn, soybeans, and turkeys, and kids.
I and my husband, Kevin Cobb, we farm. We've got 4 children. They all help out on the farm. The whole relationship on the farm is basically built all around family.
And I don't know of another job that you can be around your family 24/7 if you want to.
On the farm, it takes everybody, and I think that's where we grew so tight together, yeah.
You can't find, getting emotional, but you cannot find a prouder dad. Yeah. Proud farmer, proud father.
To become sustainable is to get better and treat what we have left better. That's why me and Sean's farming, to build a better life for the kids, and hopefully they'll come back to the farm and it'll be better than what it was when we got it.
Another powerful component of Ag Day is the Outstanding Young Farmer Program, which was formed 80 years ago. Since then, the program has grown in size and stature. Each year, the top 10 are chosen for an expense-paid trip to the Outstanding Young Farmer Awards Congress each year. There are now 1,500 plus members in the OFA fraternity, and several hundred of them return each year to attend the Congress and renew friendships from years past. Please join me in welcoming one of those outstanding farmers, Tracy Shore from Gridley, California.
Welcome to Ag Week celebration in our nation's capital. My name is Tracy Shore, and I'm a farmer in Northern California. I am also a part of the National Organization of Young Farmers. Through this organization, I've been able to meet lifelong friends from across the nation who are also raising crops, livestock, and caring for the land. We have not only made friendships through this organization, but have also been able to learn new ideas and tools to bring back to our family farm. Our family farm is a multi-generational operation, including my parents, Carl and Susan, my brother Ryan and his wife Holly, along with their son Brock, and my significant other, Ryan Imbach, and our son Colton. Our family farming operation includes rice, walnuts, cattle, trucking, and forestry in Northern California. We also have farming interest in Oklahoma. Farming and ranching in California is challenging. We face multi-year droughts with reduced surface water allocations for irrigation and reduced forage production for livestock grazing. Regulatory hurdles, urban pressures, skyrocketing land prices, and ever-increasing cost of production. Our family farm works with external partners such as a crop advisor, University of California Davis researchers, Cooperative Extension Advisors and Specialists, and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. Through these partnerships, we are able to improve crop productivity, reduce inputs, conserve natural resources, and improve our business. Our family farm is solar powered. We plant cover crops, implement rotational grazing, and utilize soil moisture monitoring and weather stations to irrigate to crop demand. We have also partnered with the NRCS on a conservation innovation grant to try out reduced tillage in rice production. Through the testing of a new implement, we have been able to eliminate 2 tractor passes in our seedbed preparation, as well as to conserve deep soil moisture, leading to earlier planting and higher yields. A win-win-win. Our family is committed to giving back to our local community through charities, helping out at local FFA events, supporting the junior livestock auction, and hosting over 150 first graders to our farm to learn about rice farming. Our family is like family farmers across the nation who are committed to raising healthy, safe food, conserving natural resources, giving back to our communities, and raising the next generation of cowboys and tractor operators.
Another exciting way the industry is set to share its story this spring is through Ag on the Mall. Here to talk about it, Kurt Blades with AEM.
Hello, I'm Kurt Blades, Senior Vice President at the Association of Equipment Manufacturers. On behalf of the more than 1,000 members of AEM, happy National Ag Day. AEM is honored to be included in this National Ag Day celebration and want to send a heartfelt thank you to all of you who help make this day happen and work relentlessly to ensure a thriving agriculture industry. National Ag Day provides us the opportunity to engage with the public, policymakers, and regulators to advocate on behalf of farmers and to amplify their voices, ensuring policies support rural America and the ag industry. We look forward to continuing the spirit of National Ag Day later this spring in Washington, D.C., with the celebration of modern agriculture on the National Mall. This will give the ag industry another opportunity to tell the story about the latest technology, helping America's farmers, ranchers, and growers sustainably provide for a growing world. National Ag Day is a special day. It's a time for us to honor the backbone of our nation, our farmers. They're the stewards of the land who fuel the world and the tireless hands that feed and clothe us all.
Hello, I'm Greg Horstmeyer, Editor-in-Chief at DTN and board member of the Agriculture Council of America. DTN and the Progressive Farmer magazine are always proud to be part of National Ag Day. But this year has special significance as we look forward to once again gathering in person in Washington, D.C. and around the country to celebrate all that our farmers and ranchers bring to the U.S. and to the world. We know that in addition to activities in D.C., there will be events around the nation, and we thank all who support and participate in everything that Ag Day has to offer, including the virtual Ag Day presentations that will be streaming as part of this content. A special congratulations to our scholarship winners and to all the youth who participate in Ag Day activities everywhere. This year's theme, Agriculture, Growing a Climate for Tomorrow, our farmers and ranchers are the backbone of a secure, safe, and sustainable supply of food and fiber for this country and for the world at large. And at no time is the need for those supplies and the stability that U.S. agriculture offers any greater than at present. So from all of us at DTN, our sincere thank you to everyone who is part of the U.S. ag industry that makes that sustainability possible. Please have a safe, productive, and fun National Ag Day.
Hey everyone, this is Pat Driscoll, CEO of Certified Agriculture Dealerships and AgTruckTrader.com. National Ag Day is like agriculture's New Year's celebration, right? It's calving season. The first seeds of the season are hitting the soil down south. Everything is new for us right now, which is why we choose to do our National Agriculture event, Ag Rally, on National Ag Day. In fact, we are to National Ag Day what Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve is to, well, New Year's. So join us as we celebrate you all day long at your nearest certified agriculture dealership, or you can watch live coverage of agriculture's New Year's celebration from all across the country all afternoon on RFD TV and the Cowboy Channel every National Ag Day. Farmers and ranchers, thank you for giving us something to cheer about.
Ag Day takes the combined efforts of so many dedicated organizations, businesses, and individuals. A special thanks to the Agriculture Council of America Board for their hard work and commitment. And thank you to everyone who participated in Ag Day 2024. Watch agday.org for details on next year's celebration.